Welcome to Basis 27. We first met Anna when she introduced us to Dr. Rowney Kilda, both of whom live in Sogn in southern Norway. Anna is a prominent member of the local community, and we join her now, introducing the summer solstice of 2013.
It's 2013, and this is a gay couple, Arne and Teppo, and they're the warmest people that we know. They always make everybody feel welcome.
Okay, the Lady Anna, soon, 25th of June, take one.
Well,
okay,
it's more about the nature of reality, and
speak up.
yes, the thing is, one of the most important things, the issues that we have to solve in these times, are the question where we as a collective want to go, and what we know, the technology has reached a high level of development in many ways. We have the blessings of the internet, that's my favorite, and we have machinery that can heal in the hospitals and many things. But now, for the last 25 years, maybe even longer, there has been hidden groups that have been trying to enhance the controlling aspect of life by roboting. And well, surveillance is a pain in the neck, but the roboting and the cyborg making is actually something that hidden forces work with, and that's a very determinative thing in terms of where the collective will go, because ultimately the technology they use are dehumanizing, and when to merge machinery with people is a closing down negative process, and right now we're on the verge for that to happen. And I believe that one of the main concern of the Interplanetary Alliance to help us prevent that from happening. There are a few races who wants this, who use this for in service to self, but the majority of us would be subjected to the robotic side, and that means an ice-cold hollowness. No, Miles, you mustn't do that. I love these grass. Please don't do that. You mustn't. I love these grass. These fellows. And I think.
Start your point again.
When we understand that all the answers are connected to the growth of the soul, that means when we work on the inner work that we do, then the ability to heal body parts, to heal the mind, to heal relationships, and to develop our faculties as artists, as telepaths, as the ability to transport ourselves both to this planet and other places. That is being developed. If we go with the robotic side, then you could create a holographic kind of reality. So you believe, like in Total Recall, that things will happen.
Are you talking about the 2045 agenda?
No, I'm not talking about any special. I think there's several agendas who want to cyborg us in the name of control, and they have means, and they are everything from cloning to implant of chips. It's all very nasty. So that's something that people will have to fight. We have to have that on the agenda of what we don't want.
How do we fight it?
I think we have to. I don't know groups who fight this collectively, but there have to be some kind of movement against this too. And it's the same movement that concerns itself with the chemtrails, with the vaccine agendas, and with the drones, with all of these things. And the problem is that we kind of get used to one thing at a time. So there are benefits with this, seemingly benefits. And so that's the way we're kind of programmed to not to resist it. So more people need to speak up against this, clearly. You see this nature here, for example, how everything is alive, how perfect nature is. Nothing is left to coincidence on this planet from the planners, on the real makers of this world. And also our bodies are so finely tuned to everything here.
So does this affect genetically modified crops?
Yes. Norway is the country in the world with the strictest laws against this. But even here we see the Monsanto, they're trying to push some new potatoes they want to come in with. They try to come in. So there's a hidden fight going on. And but
I mean, there are many countries
the scientists
like India,
here are very aware of this.
India, Hungary, various
Yes.
Eastern European countries are actively blocking GMO
Yeah,
because it's failing.
yeah. That's good.
The crops are failing.
Yeah, very good. So, we'll take a break.
Yeah. The thing is that, okay, I'm researching cyborg stuff. And
Well, I want to say something about happiness. And it's every people living on this planet, in their heart the goal is to be happy. That is the ultimate goal for everyone, with no question. So in one sense, what's good for you is good for me. But people have different views on what they want to do and what is meaningful to them. But to adopt an attitude where we take this responsibility to make each other happy by inviting them into our field, to me that's the task of the day. That's the everyday. To include some more, make people feel that they are seen and that they are a part of the whole, part of the family, the human family.
But it's the human family that seems to be a threat. Who's making the cyborgs?
No, I don't know what companies. I know there are scientists in Italy who works with this, and they work offshore in order to get around national laws. So they go to international waters where the laws doesn't apply and stuff like that, and they're cloning, and I don't know how far they come. There are other people who know much more than this. But the fact is, I know that the interplanetary alliances, they are concerned, and they are doing what they can to make us understand that's not what we want.
Are these cyborgs
And the thing is that when people look at the outer form and are blinded by that, so you can't see the essence, then you're done in. You're fooled. And the powers that be, that's what they do in all these contexts. They talk about the forms, how good that, what that can fix this and that. But that is an outer form they are talking about.
What do you mean, out of form?
Outer form.
Outer form.
Yes.
Is this contrary to the forms required for this Earth?
No, it's contrary to seeing the essence of a thing. We talked about that for the previous video. To understand the essence, that is to understand the feminine energies, and that is to understand that's what needs to be balanced.
And by creating the cyborg avatars, it takes us out of balance.
An avatar can never be a cyborg. An avatar is something you are inside of you. It's a state, it's a frequency. So it's a contradiction in terms.
The scientists are talking about two types. One,
yeah, they call a telephone an avatar, or
but that's talking about creating humans as avatars.
Yeah.
In a computer system.
That sounds nice. You can easily fall for that, can't you? Who doesn't want to be an avatar after seeing the movie? But it can't be done.
Well, they're saying it can.
I'm telling you, we are soul beings, and that can't be done. It's contradiction in terms. To be more human, that's the task. The task is to see each other, the task is to see the essence of who we are, to include everyone, and to be a little human. The small ones, the playful ones. Demand happiness. Demand that the structure be such that they are supporting the collective happiness. And in order to be happy, that means that our new social models that we will make must be so everybody not have an opportunity to develop, but are made sure that they're taken care of to develop. It's an American misnomer, this idea about to get given the opportunity, because that leaves it to the individual whether you want to take it or not. So you can blame the individual again for not wanting it, but I'm telling you, everybody wants to be happy. And that requires some big feminine ideas about how things works and how things should be run. Such as that we are a family, and everybody in the family gets to sit by the table. And when you sit by the table, that everybody shares the food and the drinks that are there equally. And that you are interested in what everybody does. And that you work together to take care of the crop, the nature, the animals that are there. Also, it's bigger than that. We have to learn to, instead of saying that, okay, I'm from Norway, I'm from France, I'm from Bangladesh, that we see, oh, we are now living in a body form that's from the earth, but all of us have had several lives other places, so we all come from somewhere else. So I urge people to find out what energy that you carry, which tells you what planet you have had either waking up in or come directly from, and say that. So that narrows it down a bit, so you don't have to worry so much about what country you come from. Countries are, or nation state is not so old, but they are very important now because the powers that be, they want to break them down. And nation states are cultural units with a common language, with a common heritage in many ways. So instead of making fewer nations, fewer nations, like they want the powers that be, by making confederations, we want more countries, smaller countries. So more collective culture can be expressed, more customs, more small time, poor people's normal behavior, to appreciate that, you know, to recognize it as these are carriers of old tradition, old looking out for each other, and that is very valuable.
Okay.
Also, when we talk about the governing systems that we want, we must have systems that make sure that the people who are prone to take these positions for glorifying of self are not that they be recognized for what they stand for. Because all governing systems ultimately is a trust thing, you know. So you don't want to be betrayed.
Okay, I think that's it.
Everything comes from the sun. All life comes from the sun. So the one that we should thank most is the sun. Thank you, sun. And the thing that holds us together, the big energy, is love. So all new philosophies or religion must have that as the steering principle. That's my opinion. I love this place. 2 days time and we can swim. It's warm enough. We're filming. How many cameras do you have?
Well, there's nothing like another reverse angle.
Can you put the stone away again? She'd be crazy if she see you ruin her straws. Huh? Oh yeah. I'm walking around with this now. Are we finished now?